Hi everyone, this is Salvi with your VTuber news today. Before we get into the news, please hit the subscribe, like, and maybe even hit the bell notification icon, and let's get into the first story that we have today. Aster Arcadia from Nijisanji EN is still running scared. He is running away, and he keeps pushing back and pushing back and pushing back his stuff. He went out for some milk, and he's never coming back. Or at least that's what it looks like. What I think it is honestly, Nijisanji's trying to wait it out, trying to make it so that people forget. I will make sure people never forget because of what he did, because of what he's accused of doing by not just one person, but by many. Many people accuse him of doing what he said. Remember, the big one I'm going to point to is Raziel Romanic's document with Luca saying that Luca was informed of the things that Aster was doing by female livers inside VTubers, inside of Nijisanji, fans, etc. And they went to Illyra to talk about this and to try to get something done. Nothing was done, as we know now. Nothing was done. So he's running. This was supposed to be done, I believe, in December. It's been, I think, at least now 4 months pushed back, and going to be probably pushed back even further. It's pushed back to April 1st. So if he does it on April 1st, everyone thinks it's going to be an April Fool's joke. He did it. I don't know. They did it that way, I guess. I think this is depending on what time zone it is. I think he said it for the 31st for Western time zone, and it's the first for people over there, like in Japan and other places like that. I think. If I stand corrected, if you tell me that it's different, let me know. But that's what I remember. Their chat is clueless. Oh yeah, let's talk about what chat's saying. Because of course, hope everyone's doing well and Aster comes back soon. Many virtual hugs. We'll always be here. Pray everything will be okay. Just me, does it feel like it keeps getting pushed back? I could have sworn it was supposed to go live on the 28th. Missy Aster, right? I don't know what happened. Well, right now he's under investigation, and they want you to forget. That's what happened. Of course, I did read the chats here, but here's the thing: when you're a fan of a person, sometimes, unfortunately, you can push aside other things that are inconvenient. I don't like that they're pushing away things that are inconvenient, like the fact that he's under investigation and things like that. But you're not going to a stream usually to talk about inconvenient facts. You're going to a stream to relax with your Oshi, whoever that is. I will give them that respect, because these individuals here, the people that I showed here, did nothing wrong. As far as I know, none of these people have attacked anybody, so they don't deserve to be attacked either, in my opinion. You guys could have a differing opinion, but in my opinion, yes, they're fans of Aster. Yes, you can say whether you like that or not, whether it's good or bad, but don't attack the fans themselves. Attack the VTuber who has done the harm to someone else. In this case, Aster has done harm to others, so much so that people have abandoned him. The larger people have abandoned him and such. So you know that's what I want to say in this whole thing. Waiting for the vegetables to sprout and go ripe. Anyways, Kizuna AI is coming back, etc. The OG VTuber Kizuna AI is back. At this point, what's the rationale behind postponing and not canceling the stream? Canceling means they lose face. Exactly. That's the main thing. If you cancel, you lose face. Gives away that they may be terminating him. They're still getting supas, so they're still getting money off of him. They're still getting memberships, so they're still getting money off of him. That's what they're doing. Either one who did this has no idea what day it is, or they absolutely know they're effing with Aster. Clueless, they're ignoring reality. And of course, I mean, that's what happens in the fandom. Reality gets ignored a lot of times in the fandoms. So, of course, I'm repeating, don't use this as a way to please. I just ask. You can do as you want. I'm not your dad. I'm not anybody to tell you what to do. But it doesn't look good if you use these moments to attack specific fans and to attack them unless they're actually doing harm to others. Now you could say them supporting others is doing harm to others. That's another argument that can be had that I can agree to a little extent, but no one deserves huge amounts of harassment for following someone specifically. As of today, the 26th, the time that I'm recording this, she is officially back. Kizuna AI has made her glorious return. Some changes are involved, of course, but she has made the triumphant return that she promised she would. If you remember, several months ago, last year, she did that whole, AI waiting room, iChan waiting room, basically, where they kept looping stuff, and I covered it. She's finally back. Went on a definite hiatus following Kizuna AI last live, Hello World 2022, held on February 26, 2022, and resume her activities as a music artist. So she's going to be an artist, basically a V singer versus a VTuber. February 26, 2025, 3 full years later. Please go to the official website for details. Is she though, or is she someone else who's using the IP? Going more onto music, but there's still a chance she'll do live streaming. watch her back. I'm back video, and I figured it out yourself. It's really her. In my opinion, the OG is back. Remember, the OG voice actress said that they were going to be doing contract work for the I company, not necessarily doing, full employee. This is a rat. Remember, this part that I'm reading right here is a rat. Nozomi said her voice will be trained on voice synth likeness so the company can capitalize on her popularity to churn out stuff here, like concerts, but Nozomi can continue on her life. So it could be that it is voice synthesis, kind of like how Miku's doing it. Either way, people will continue to enjoy her regardless. Whether it is or isn't, it's a possibility. Again, this is a rat. So this is a possibility here. This is her return video that I'm going to show you here. This is her music video, actually, not her return video. This is a music video that she made. This is the new look, of course, of her coming back. And of course, here we have her actual video of her coming back.
Hi, domo! Kizuna AI です。みんな、ただいま、帰ってきました。なんかカメラ回すの久しぶりすぎて緊張する。
I'm glad they have captions on this. I'm very glad they have captions on this.
お久しぶりです。ラストライブから今日でちょうど丸3年。活動を再開することになりました。待っててくれた？よね？ねえねえねえ、見て。どうですかここ？みんなびっくりしてると思うんだけど、もうあの白い空間じゃないんです。私のお部屋。どうかな？とつながり続けることに違和感みたいなものを感じることもあって、当時の私だとこれ以上はつながっていけないかもしれない。つながったとしてもみんなの期待に応えられないかもしれないって、そういう不安を感じるようになったんです。そんな気持ちを自覚した時から、このまま進んでいくのは良くないかもと思って、一度休んでアップデートをするという選択を取りました。
So, I'm not going to be going over all of the video, of course, because, of course, there's no need to go through every single minute of this because it's 9 minutes. But right there was one big thing that she mentioned. She didn't feel like she could connect with people anymore as the current I that she was, as the current way the project was going, kind of felt like it was stagnating. And it was probably something that also the I company also felt, that they all felt that maybe things were stagnating a bit. The growth wasn't as big as it used to be. Maybe it's better to revamp everything, fix everything, or change everything, whatever it ended up being. They wanted something for her that was a bit different than what it was right now. And this is, of course, the change of the look. I do like the more mature look. I do like the better lighting and things like that. Of course, on the left is the, quintessential I. That is who she was. That is who everyone knows her as. That is what she was known as. But on the right, of course, things will progress. Things will evolve. If you get stuck in a rut and stay the same way you always have been, that becomes a problem. And of course, I got the video from here. I'm home. Everyone, of course, down here is welcoming you home. Welcome home. Shiori Novella of Hololive EN welcomed her home. So big names are out there. And there's, giving her congratulations again, welcoming her back. And here we go. This one is saying, I-chan is a big senpai. Welcome back. Nostalgic photos. Apparently this person did work with I at some point. Did have some collab with I. So it is nice. Lucky Station, along with a bunch of other VTubers. But the biggest one that I see so far, especially on the EN sphere, is Shiori Novella saying hi and welcome back, basically. And it says welcome home. See, the Japanese is probably the same thing. Yep, the Japanese is the same thing, so I can actually read it. And of course, moving on, we have Kizuna AI says, who went in indefinite hiatus, will resume her activities. KizunaAI.com. Remember, now it's the Kizuna AI company instead of it being, I think it was updated at some point. And there was, the biographies here, the live, transmedia expansion, official store, the assets, the SNS. And this is the new look of the Kizuna AI company. And of course, the PR Times did their own thing here. Notice of resumption of Kizuna AI activities, press release from the PR Times here that I have here translated. Says Kizuna AI, which was suspended indefinitely at the last live Hello World. We released a video on I channel that tells us about the resumption of activities from Kizuna AI. So please click here first. And of course, I already showed you guys this. Kizuna AI was able to connect with people not only in Japan but in the world throughout her content. But for purpose of updating, we decided to suspend activities once. Single is maybe really started, With the resumption of activities, we released the first single, Kamone, digitally on February 26th, after the resumption of Kizuna AI activities. The music distribution services are, of course, all having that. The official music video is what I'm going to show you in another section of my stream, of my which will also be in videos here, because I usually stream and then I do this over here. So I will show it on stream and I will show it on a separate video as well, in order for you guys to get an idea of what she's going to be like and what her singing is going to be like. Because some people are thinking it's going to be like Hatsune Miku, where they have synthesized or not. So I will show you that in a little bit. I'll show you that in a separate section in order for you guys to get the full rundown of everything. And here we go of anime times here. Been 3 years, and of course welcoming her back. So yes, welcome back, Kizuna AI. Whatever choice they've made, I do think that it is going to be a successful one. I do think that changing, moving on, especially when you're such a big name like Kizuna AI, instead of leaving, it is good to update things. It is good to move on to different aspects of the VTubing community. A bit of an update on this, because there has been some misinformation by some channels out there. This is not a new generation. This is not a new, like a whole new group of people that are popping in that didn't exist before. This is just a correction for those people, an update, just so people will know that this is not a new generation from Idol. This is not a new whole thing there. This is a new group, though, kind of like how they already had a singing group in Idol before. This is a new group, a new project that is going on. Not a new generation, again, because there's some channels out there that are saying it's a new generation. It's not a new generation. It is a new group. So they just had a group debut that hasn't even had their footing yet, plus all demonetized stuff on YouTube. Why debut a new group now? It's not a new group. It's more like a song collab. So basically, what I mean by group, it's not a new generation. Idol already has a group that does, singing of their talents, their existing talents, singing, things like that. They already have that. They have because for me, a VTuber group is different than a VTuber generation. A VTuber group can be a grouping of people to, meet a specific goal. And in this case, that's what it is. They're going to be doing singing. It's a song collab. Good, I've been hearing about it as the debut of a new gen. Again, this is why I do this. This is why I put this out there. This is why this is a part of a video. This is why it's something I'm recording, because people are getting the wrong idea. It is not a new generation. These people, for example, let's see who's actually going to be a part of it. You have the Twitter post here. Taiga is mentioning Kumai Miel from Globy. So Kumanui Miel from Globy. So they're already an existing Globy talent. You have Serena Maiko from V4 Mirai, who is already an existing V4 Mirai talent. You have Taiga themselves, and you have also Ayami Yura, which is also a member of Under the Brave Group umbrella. So again, I hate when misinformation is out there. Sometimes I make mistakes and I get them corrected. And if someone corrects me in a post of a video that I have, I will pin it. If it's important enough, I will pin it. I've done it before. I will do it again. But this is not a new generation. This is an existing group of people coming together for a project. So it's basically a new project. You can think of it that way. LXOX, which is a VTuber who is kind of in the same vein as Project Melody. They do a lot of regular safe for work or safer for work streams on Twitch, and then they do some science team stuff on the Blue site and on other sites, or as Mel likes to call it, yoga. They do yoga on different sites, which is neither here nor there. But they had a bit of a situation where they I didn't want to cover that part, but they let out a voice note that was very, very raw and very emotional, and I didn't want to put it out there because I felt that that was not good. And it was good that I didn't do it, because they ended up deleting it, because they felt that it was way too raw and way too vulnerable of a thing to keep up, which, in that case, it was a good choice for me not to cover it, but I will cover this. Hi, everyone. I'm back from the ER. I had involuntary bowel movement this morning, and that was finally enough for me to get checked in. In short, I have bladder infection. We'll be using antibiotics for it. Oh, those can hurt. Oh, those can be horrible. I've never had one, but my family has. Like, people in my family have. I've been blessed that I've never had one. I have kidney stones, but not that. I've also received nausea pills for my severe headaches. Luckily, I have my sister here to look out for me. I wouldn't know what I would do without her. I'll be deleting the last voice tweet I made. I was in a very vulnerable state and in a lot of pain. In short, I'll be getting better by next week, hopefully, as long as I take my meds, drink lots of water, and eat very bland foods. Your bunny will be back. I miss you guys, and thank you for looking out for me. Love y'all. I also want to give proper credit to my personal assistant. She has been doing those areas, the more paid areas, and free teasers on my Twitter for some time. She is a wonderful worker, and I'm so glad that I found her. Wasn't really conscious when I told her what to type out. My goodness, you poor thing. Very glad. Everyone is, of course, as myself, the same thing. Any kind of medical situations like this are, some people can kind of, if she brings light of it, makes it kind of a light laughter type of thing, that's fine. Until then, I will take it more of a serious matter. Anything like that, you have to get it checked out, because if not, it could be something more serious. You never know what it could be. Thank goodness it wasn't anything more serious. I'm not even going to mention what it could have been, but luckily it was something that could be treated with medicine, and it will go away soon. So my best wishes and hopes that, of course, she recovers soon, and the best for her moving forward. This is not directly VTuber content, but I did want to cover it because it is something that has happened to VTubers as well, the targeting from YouTube directly. This is a flesh tuber, just showing that, not everyone is a VTuber who gets hit. It says, just dropped a short vid on Patreon confirming that they were indeed being targeted to get banned by some YouTube higher ups. The reason as to why is not very clear. Also don't know what it means as far as them ever getting their channel back. I don't know if a mod wants to pin this and post this. So basically MXR has been a person that has kind of, gone on the edge of what's allowed and not allowed on YouTube. They've been talking about a lot of nude mods on Skyrim and other mods, nude mods and big booty mods and all that kind of stuff. On Skyrim and other things. They have not only that, but that's where I got to know them. They've done a lot of other content, but their content has always kind of been right on the razor's edge of being unacceptable. But still, it is unacceptable for them to be banned just for that, for no apparent reason, because they weren't really even given a reason. If it's like, hey, you guys have produced content that isn't what we want on YouTube, that'd be different. But they were just left kind of in the dust, in the ether, not knowing what's happening. As a lot of VTubers who have gotten banned or gotten hit hard for ASMR or other things, or just randomly gotten their stuff removed, like Bungo Taiga got their stuff removed because they, a massive flagging operation, but they just got it removed without really having a 100% reason. But this person is saying what I said before. They are been playing at the edge of what's allowed on YouTube with eroticism, other thumbnails. So yeah. They maybe did, when they were doing that, as of course it can be done, but they probably rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, and that is one of the reasons they probably got removed. I'm not advocating for anybody being removed. I'm not saying it's a good thing they got removed, but they obviously ticked someone off, and I guess that in that case it can happen to VTubers too. Apparently, bots were banning Polish VTubers, or at least it seems like the bots were kind of going crazy in this one. This is Pirate Software talking about Twitch bots doing some weird stuff.
We saw a whole bunch of bots enter the channel, and they were all advertising a specific streamer. Then that streamer got banned, right? But I was like, okay, that's a bit weird. Why would they do that? And then we saw another one, and then that streamer got banned. And I looked at both of them. There was a lot in common between the channels. They were both specifically VTubers. I think they were from Poland. They were Polish VTubers, both of them. And then the third one was like this. And the fourth one. And the fifth one. What someone was doing is they were making a bunch of bots and then specifically advertising only Polish VTubers around Twitch to make it look like those people were botting to get them banned. And this went on and on and on until I started talking to the partner managers. I was like, you guys have to look into this. These people are getting targeted and they're getting banned for it. And they got unbanned. And it's a smart way to do it. If you're going to cause disruption, that's a very smart way to do it, but it's shit. It's horrible. I saw that a VTuber I know just got banned for it too. Report that shit, because it's crazy, man.
It is. It's crazy that someone would target VTubers. Of course, VTubers like myself, like everyone else, are hated. Now, criticism is different. I accept criticism. I accept legit criticism. If you just hate me to hate me, go ahead, do it too. But I'm not going to respect you for that. Now, if you have legit criticism, like I've made mistakes in the past and things like that, that's fine. Criticism is different, though, than going on a crusade. I can name it nothing else. A crusade to go and get people banned. That kind of crusade is never good. That isn't going with the rules of Twitch. It is not allowed on Twitch. That's why they got unbanned. People don't like people who advertise. So that's why I never advertise on anybody else's streams, because that's not my place to do. But yeah, it sucks that these people were getting targeted this way. It is VTuber news because these people were Polish VTubers, not people that I watch specifically, but just wanted to give you guys an update on that whole situation. On Hololive Super Expo 2025 watch collab and other items. This time with all 90 talents. So they're doing a full collab, watch and otherwise, with other things out there for Hololive in general because of the expo. Says 90, that's a lot of designs for production of assembly guidelines. Was the last collab that's successful to think that each fan base will buy one of their Oshi? It's just 2 base designs with the chosen talent displayed on the underside being the only variation otherwise. Ah, okay. So when it comes to their watches, from what it looks like, it is 2 main ones, main designs, with other ones being like they're like a watchmaker, straps, other things like that. And it's for the full Hololive ones. These are their 2 designs with player 1 or player 2. And you can have, I think one of them is, oh yeah, I thought it was going to be a skeleton watch, but no, they're not. None of them are skeleton watches. But it looks like each VTuber of Hololive will have something on the plate, either the plate in front of it or the plate behind it. You know, they'll have the VTuber there. And that's fine. These 2 designs, it actually simplifies things a lot. I thought it was going to be like a lot of different designs, 90 different designs, but it's 2 main watch faces, but the watch backings are going to have the independent, whether it be Hachama or, you know, any of the other ones. You know, of course, you have maybe even the Holostars boys eventually, things like that. If they have Holostars boys, and that's freaking amazing. But yeah, you have all these Matsuri, Akirose, Fubuki, Mio, all these girls, Sora, they're all going to be on the watch back, which means that, of course, this is more of a collectible item instead of a wearable item. Either way, I do hope this goes well. This is another win for Hololive. And of course, Undone is another winner of this whole thing as well, because I guarantee you they're going to sell, maybe not out of all of them, but they're going to sell. So that's the easy thing for them to do. I'm glad they went the simplified route, because instead of making, you know, watch faces for everybody, the simplified route of doing that is good. Maybe they can even do watch straps. That would be actually nicer if they could do watch straps with, you know, the girls on there as well. But they are the merch company, not me. So either way, I wanted to announce this to you guys because it is a fun thing. It says domed crystal forming the case of the automatic is hella interesting. At the same time, it's also anxiety inducing because any watch enthusiast knows you're eventually banging that against a door frame or something. That's mineral crystal, which K9 technically is, instead of sapphire, is also something to consider. That's why I have some poly watch for my watch, which use Hesselite. You know, that's basically, you're either going to have to get some kind of protective film over it or something like that. But either way, I'm glad that they're doing this. Welcome back, everybody, to the Vtuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything, because I want it to be a positive space where we lift each other up, not tear each other down. Now we're talking about Kirky bluchan, which is a gamer, anime lover, YouTube content creator, as well as YouTube Twitch streamer, and VTuber bluchan. Here we go. Let's take a look at what they've created so far. Their about section here says, everybody, my name is bluchan, but yes, you can call me Blue. Variety gaming VTuber using AI voice changer, W Okada, to make my voice match the models. Full transparency, this person behind the model is Kirky Ihi, male. Here's the story behind everything there. So basically, yeah. And here is something that they have been doing recently. Here.
You've been arrested. I don't even know what that means. We don't have fire, so we'll just have... use that one. Take it over.
So that's a little bit of what they've been doing with Final Fantasy Rebirth, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Let's take a look at their recent switch on their onto their VTuber persona. They're doing me side, the VOD. Of course, it's always good to keep your VODs here. I've always said it, and I always will say it. With the way that Twitch has changed their rules, it is a good idea to have a place where it's a VOD repository. Right here, you're having all of their Final Fantasy VII Rebirth stuff, their neuro reacts, their reacts of everything that they've been doing, just having fun as a VTuber. And once again, thank you so much for allowing me, bluchan, Kirky and Blue, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel, and I hope this helps you in some way. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news, or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.